Hey, so I wanted to do an Armored Core 6 Fires the Rubicon boss guide, and the main focus of this guide is going to be on the main bosses throughout the campaign. I won't be focusing on any of the AC fights or any of the puzzle bosses that you encounter. That being said, though, if there is a certain fight you do want to see, please send me a message and I'd be happy to make you a video about it. And I'm just using the starter AC build that you have here at the beginning of the game. Nothing special, just to show that you can do this, at least these first few fights, under this build if you'd like. But builds are going to be important, so you'll see me change to a lighter build or possibly a heavy build throughout these videos. Just kind of depends on the situation and what worked for me in a lot of these fights. So without further ado, we'll have the tutorial boss up first here.
That's it. Try accessing the wreck.
Alright, so for this first boss, what you're going to want to do is use your assault boost and your pulse blade on cooldown to get right up in his face.
Call sign.
And you want to just avoid a lot of the damage he does. Try not to get caught in a lot of that machine gun fire, missile blast, as it can stun you and be pretty devastating. Yeah, you'll just want to stick close to this guy as much as you can.
You've got them now. They can kill 621.
And just unload your other weapons when your pulse blade is on cooldown.
Use your mobility in the air to get clear of explosions on the ground.
AP at 50%.
ACS overload and get some really good damage with that pulse blade. Alright, then we have the Juggernaut. Phase 1 of this fight, you're going to have Rusty distracting the boss for you while you get in behind and just get some really good damage in. We're still using the starter AC build. We just slapped another missile launcher on the back there. And you just want to hit the behind side of this boss with all of your weapons. Get that ACS overload, hit it with the pulse blade, it really does some great damage. And then at half health here, Rusty's going to take off, and it becomes a little more difficult to get behind the boss. It's going to start dropping landmines, so you want to stay airborne to avoid those.
But you'll have to finish without me. He's gone. So much for our decoy.
Those charges the boss does too.
AP at 50%.
And you can get some damage in if you're above the boss. It's kind of tricky to get up above him without him speeding off. But yeah, this whole fight is just sticking behind the boss. Avoiding all this damage he's throwing at you.
1 repairman remaining. AP at 50%.
Up next here we have Balteus. I feel like this is kind of where the game really starts to check you.
It's an autonomous PCA craft, Balteus.
This is a pretty tough boss, but there's a trick to it. We're just still rocking the starter build here with the pulse blade. The pulse blade is really effective for breaking that shield. As you can see, it instantly staggers the boss. That's when you're going to want to mirror damage it. Very similar strategy to the first few fights we did here. We're just hit him with that pulse blade, breaking the armor, getting in damage. I also found the pulse guns really effective at breaking this boss's shield. You'll actually see me using them on bosses later in this video. Really just kind of melts the pulse armor, which is handy for these bosses. In phase 2, he does a pulse explosion. You want to stay out of range of that. And he starts doing a variety of fire attacks here. And you just want to stay up out of range of those as much as you can. Staying airborne is going to be the most effective. Just under, close to the boss, out of range of his flame, just there. Ooh, nearly avoided the clap there. Pressure up. Definitely won't be off the ground for that one. And you can see the missiles in this fight. We're just staying ahead of him. I just assault boost toward the boss and try not to get caught by him. Alright, up next we have the Smart Cleaner, and we're running a tetrapod build for this one. The energy weapons and a bazooka in our left arm. Nice thing about the tetrapod is they can hover like this, and you can really avoid most of the damage this boss does. Mainly want to keep an eye on your energy gauge there, make sure you don't run out of energy at a bad time. And for the most part you can just kind of float around and unload on this guy, avoid his arms, avoid getting caught on the ground with no energy. Phase 2 starts changing its movements a little bit, but the strategy's the same. Just keep unloading. Now we have the Sea Spider. So I found this boss staying close underneath it.
Found a sea weapon.
going to be effective. If you're at range, he tends to massive damage. And we still just have the starter AC build here. We just picked up the pile bunker. And it's a really great weapon. I used it throughout all the campaigns. Just does some really solid damage. If you hold down on your left trigger when using the pile bunker, you'll do kind of an uppercut, and it just does really massive damage. So if you can use that when a boss is ACS overloaded, it really does some really great damage. Anyway, this fight, this first part, you definitely want to avoid those ground slams he's doing. I'm not doing a great job in this video, but you just want to boost out of the way of those. Stay kind of medium, close range. And then phase 2 begins here, where he kind of takes off up into the air, and you'll also want to take off up into the air because he starts bombing the ground pretty good. You just want to pull out all the stops, start hitting it with everything you got.
Smash it up, tourist.
AP at 50%.
Nice uppercut at the end there.
Take command.
And here we have the Ice Ward. And the hardest part about this fight is really just getting a clear shot of the Ice Ward's face. You can see we're still using the same starter AC build, but we have that stun needle launcher on our shoulder that's required for this mission. And when you get that shot with the stun needle launcher, it'll break the enemy's shield, and Rusty will fire the rail cannon, allowing you to get some good damage in.
Output at 80%. Sighting correction A-OK. 90, 95. I won't miss.
And there we go. Just want to go in there and unload.
13, the head's open for a direct hit. That freak actually did it. Did what? The bad.
After this, the boss is going to launch some drones. You can ignore them and let your buddies take them out, or you can shoot at them. It doesn't really matter. Your main focus is going to be getting a clear shot on the face again, which can take some time.
Do this to me, Headbringer. I'm not going down first. Pathetic. Is that all Balaam's red guns can muster? I see Arquebus at the top Vesper to provide running commentary. Gun 13, show him how actions speak louder than words.
Right there, we missed our shot.
V.II, load the next shell. One step ahead of you, Commander. Finally, someone with their head skirt on straight. Never thought about switching sides? Sure is an honor to be praised by the Red Guns hell on 4 legs. But I'll pass.
As you can see, this can be difficult to land a shot. You just keep at it and wait for a good moment. It's just all timing. There's our shot. And Rusty's gonna fire the rail cannon again.
Preparing to fire rail cannon. Energy turbine output at 80%. Output 95%. 100%. Watch out for friendly fire.
shield down.
It's all yours now,
Get in
buddy.
there and hit him with the power again. Alright, and then we enter the last phase here. Get out of range of this explosion it's going to do, and then
Underestimated this
now it's going to take 2 shots to break the shield,
It's out of control.
and the boss will be moving faster and attacking more radically, so
I'll set the
I
ORC
found
to
that
maximum output.
staying airborne,
Can't afford to lose control of the situation.
going up and down works pretty well for this phase. There's our first shot.
Its primary shield is getting stronger.
Stay cool, buddy. I'm out, tourist. You're on your own now. Withdraw.
There's our second shot.
Good work, buddy.
And this will be the last time you
All EML modules
do damage in
connected.
on the boss, and
Energy turbines at full capacity.
just want to unload everything you got here.
90. All emergency valves closed. Disabling limiter. 100. 110. 115. Output. All or nothing.
Alright, there's our shot with the rail cannon.
Target's coral shield has been wiped out.
Just want to unload everything.
Is it over? Get clear, it's gonna blow!
Enemy announced.
Alright, now we have the Enforcer.
That's the Enforcer. An AI
And we changed our build up for this fight. We're using lighter aerial AC with plasma weapons, with the launchers on the shoulder slots, and then 2 plasma rifles. I found pretty effective for this fight. And mostly just staying airborne and agile. You avoid a lot of his attacks that way. Also has melee combo right there. That can be really devastating, so you gotta watch your range. Too close, he can definitely catch you with that. And you can also do a heavy build with this boss and kind of brute force him, but I found this light agile build working pretty well for me. It's just about keeping moving and dishing out as much damage as you can. Now he's at half health, and he's going to go into his second phase. He starts pounding the ground with this energy blast here. Another reason I chose this aerial build, it's good to stay above that. He also does an aerial melee attack you want to avoid. It can catch you and impale you.
Vulture believes in you, and so do I.
It can be really devastating, so definitely want to avoid that. There's the aerial melee attack. Just want to use your plasma shoulder slots on cooldown and your rifles on cooldown. Just kind of keep the pressure up on them.
Left shoulder ammunition at 50%.
These plasma explosions really do good work. Almost got him with the assault blast there, but not quite. Alright, so now we have the IBIS Series fight, and changed our build up slightly here. Plasma rifles are a little too slow for this boss. This is a very fast boss, and ended up going with some burst machine guns, and we kept the plasma missile launchers on the shoulders. This fast AC we have here really does avoid a lot of the damage. You can just kind of scoot around and dodge past a lot of his attacks. You have to really match this boss's speed because it's very fast.
Keep it up, 621. Can't take much more of this.
Nice kick there. Thought it was over.
Enemy coral response.
Going into phase 2. So you want to kind of scoot away from the boss, get some distance on him.
Wait.
It's going to resurrect here and
It's reactivating.
dish out some damage, and you won't be able to damage it, so just kind of let it get powered back up here.
Series is truly capable of.
And once you see its health bar, you'll be able to get back in and attack.
Drawing power from its environment. It won't stop until we destroy its
Phase
generator.
2. Pretty similar. Bosses move radically, quickly, do some different attacks. You just want to stay close to medium range on this guy with these weapons, and allows you to get some damage in and do the ACS overload. You definitely want to avoid that attack. That could be really devastating. Just kind of clap, laser clap there, fly out of range of that. Assault boost him out of that, either forward or away. He does this flying attack. You want to just take to the air for this and kind of change your altitude, keep him guessing.
You've nearly got it, 621. You're the only one who can finish the job.
AP at 30%.
You can take it, 621.
Focus rate.
That's pretty much the fight.
Enemy generator compromised.
It's gonna blow. Get out of there, 621.
Main system activating.
Alright, and now we have the first of our endgame bosses. My first playthrough I ended up doing Ayre, so we'll start with her. We're using a different light AC build. This is also a very fast boss. I want to avoid a lot of her damage, and having a lighter build I found was more effective. And this was the build I was talking about with the dual pulse guns. Allows you to break your armor, and then if you get that big pile bunker attack, it really does some good damage. And then we have a vertical plasma launcher on the right shoulder, just to kind of keep the pressure up. And this fight, I mean, she moves so fast and she can appear behind you suddenly, so you just want to kind of keep your head on a swivel and always be looking for her. Right now we've finished phase 1 and this is phase 2.
Rubicon.
She'll start having more varied attacks. I found phase 1 dodging away or to the left is pretty safe. Phase 2 you definitely want to dodge toward the boss to avoid a lot of her attacks.
At 30%.
And obviously you want to avoid stuff like that.
Raven.
Just dodging out of the way. You hear your little alarm go off. She can't catch you, so just be careful. And note about these pulse guns when you're using them, you definitely don't want to overheat them. It's going to put you at a disadvantage, so just kind of fire them in short bursts. And just fire your vertical missiles on cooldown. Just kind of keep the pressure up. And you can catch her when she dodges in like that, either with the pile bunker poke or with an assault armor.
Humanity wants to burn it all. Everything
Really takes the steam out of her melee attack.
like you.
Your fire must die.
V.II Snail.
What I thought you were.
That machine.
And we're using the same
Below
build
that, you are vermin.
and really the same strategy. Wearing down that shield
Arquebus Balteus.
with the power bunker.
V.II Snail.
You guys don't have to use the power bunker. You can use any weapon you want. I just found it, the damage on it's really, really good. You can use anything. And phase 2, he's going to do a pulse explosion here. He does these purple laser attacks. These can be really devastating, so you just want to avoid them at all costs. See just how much damage they're able to do with just one hit. He catches you, it can be over pretty quick.
Critical damage.
We're losing the flagship! Boy fighter! We need cover!
Knew there'd be more. Not me, buddy. Well, you're gonna finish this, right?
I am Arquebus. One last plan.
That was V.II Snail Balteus.
Confirmed. V.II Snail, down.
Sounds like it's over.
Now we have the handler Walter fight. We went with the aerial light AC again, the stun needle launcher, needle guns, and plasma whip. This needle guns are really great at building up the ACS.
You're in danger.
Strain on this
We
guy.
have to defend ourselves.
Most enemies, they just have a small magazine, kind of a long reload. If they're used correctly, you can put some good stuns in.
We're re-entering Rubicon's atmosphere. There's no time. Hurry!
Something's alive. It doesn't die easy. We have to burn every last cinder. Burn the coral, and our job will be over.
This fight's kind of a duel.
Credits.
Yeah, you can see, yeah, we're just able to get really good damage with that plasma whip, especially if you do the 2 consecutive attacks.
6-2.
The light AC is going to allow you to
Main system activating combat mode.
avoid a lot of damage. And this is our last fight here. We have the Allmind. Did this on my 3rd playthrough. Ended up making a special build for this, kind of a heavy AC that has some really good energy defense. Because this fight is pretty much just all energy weapons.
I don't care about the big plan.
And then we just have missiles on our shoulders,
Freelance are dead.
missile launcher in our left hand, and a bazooka in our right hand. And basically, you're just gonna
Freelancer.
want to keep up the missile assault on this guy, keep the pressure up, stay airborne, avoid all these tiny ACs
Inside of me now.
as much as possible. They're just kind of an annoyance, but they can gang up on you
Tell me.
and really cause you to have a bad day.
Guess it's time.
You want to keep focused on this main guy with the shield. And if you hit your right thumbstick, it'll actually allow you to lock on to just him so that you're auto-targeting. Isn't going crazy and targeting the other ACs. With that, we'll be done with phase 1 and move into phase 2. There's 2 flying sea spiders and a bigger AC to fight now.
I'll kill you and the freelancer.
Ayre, your siblings will surely welcome us.
And you just want to keep your missile assault up. Get the boss to ACS overload, just fire a bazooka blast at him, get some damage in. Kind of repeat that process.
Iguazu.
fly up in the air as necessary to avoid damage.
No one can stop you now.
This boss does do some pretty devastating melee combos, so we want to avoid those as much as possible. It's similar to the air fight. You want to dodge toward the boss. Get out of his combo chain. If you dodge away, you're going to get caught. Usually. And at half health here, we go into phase 3, the final phase. He's going to disable the sea spiders and the air that was helping you out. He starts doing this lance attack. It's really devastating, so just dodge toward the boss as much as possible. And you kind of want to stay at medium to long range on this guy just to keep up the missile assault in this third phase. And use that bazooka to get your damage in. He's overloaded. See, there's the melee attack. You really don't want to be fighting this guy at close range. If he does catch you at close range like that, you can do an assault armor, get out of that. Or just assault boost out. Yeah, the assault armor.
You were a mistake, Iguazu. Irregular.
Let's see just how much damage that lance does. Avoid that at all costs. And that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. And yeah, thanks for watching.